Hello everyone. Today we are going to see about femoral triangle. This is very important topic in lower limb, and in this video we are going to see about this femoral triangles, borders, roof, floor and then contents. Okay. You just imagine this. This is the anterior superior iliac spine and this is pubic tubercle. Okay. This inguinal ligament attaches between the anterior superior iliac spine and the pubic tubercle. This is the inguinal ligament. Okay. And next thing is the sartorius muscle, which get originated from this anterior superior iliac spine and inserted to the medial surface of tibia. Okay. You just imagine. This is the sartorius muscle. Okay. And next thing is the adductor longus muscle, which get originated from the external surface of pubic body. Okay. And inserted to the middle 1/3 of linea aspera of shaft of femur. Okay, and first you are going to see about borders. Okay, this is the triangle, so femoral triangle. Okay, femoral triangle, and this is the base and this is apex. Okay, this base is formed by the inguinal ligament, base inguinal ligament, and this is the lateral border, this is medial border. Okay, this is lateral side, this is medial side. So medial border, lateral border. Okay, and this lateral border is formed by the medial border of sartorius, and the medial border is formed by the medial border of adductor longus. Okay, medial border of adductor longus and the medial border of sartorius. Lateral border is formed by the medial border of sartorius. This thing. Okay, and the medial border is formed by the medial border of adductor longus. Okay, this is the adductor longus. Okay, and this is sartorius, and this is inguinal ligament. Okay, these are the borders, and roof is formed by the this skin. First layer is this skin, and then second layer is superficial fascia, and then third layer is the deep fascia. Deep fascia in thigh is also called fascia lata. Okay, that's all about the roof. Okay, and next thing is the floor, which is formed by the muscles. Okay, this is the iliacus muscle, and this is psoas major, pectineus muscle, and then adductor longus. Okay, this is the iliacus muscle, which originated from the iliac fossa and inserted to the lesser trochanter, and this is psoas major. This originated from the posterior abdominal wall and inserted to the lesser trochanter. This iliacus and psoas major muscles have same insertion and they have same tendon. Okay, and but they have a different origin. Okay, and this is the pectineus muscle which get originated from the pectineal line in the pubic bone and inserted to the pectineal line. Okay, pectineal line, this pectineal line extending from the lesser trochanter. Okay, and this is the adductor longus. This adductor longus muscle originated from this external surface of body of pubis and inserted to the middle 1/3 of linea aspera of shaft of femur. Okay, these are the floor. Okay, floor, first iliacus, second psoas major, and then third pectineus, and fourth one adductor longus. Okay, these are the floor. And next thing we are going to see about contents. Okay, the contents are femoral nerve, femoral artery, and then lymph nodes, lateral cutaneous nerve of thigh, and then genitofemoral nerve, femoral branch of genitofemoral nerve. Okay, first is the lateral cutaneous nerve of thigh. Okay, and second femoral nerve. From lateral to medial I told. Okay, femoral nerve and femoral artery and femoral vein, and most medial is the lymph nodes, deep inguinal lymph nodes. Okay, these are the contents of the femoral triangle. And one thing is the femoral branch of genitofemoral nerve. Okay, and then first thing is the lateral cutaneous nerve of thigh. It enters into the lower limb from the abdomen behind the inguinal ligament. Okay, behind the inguinal ligament. From here, it in this angle, it enters the lower limb behind the inguinal ligament like this, and supplies the lateral side of thigh. Okay, this is the lateral cutaneous nerve of thigh. And next thing is the femoral nerve. I represent nerve in green color. Femoral nerve. It also enters into the lower limb from the abdomen behind the inguinal ligament. Okay. And in the femoral triangle, it divides into anterior division and the posterior division. Okay, this is the femoral nerve. And the next thing is the femoral artery. Okay, femoral artery. Femoral artery Above the inguinal ligament, it is called as external iliac artery. When it enters the lower limb, it is termed as femoral artery. Okay. In the apex, it enters the adductor canal. Okay, adductor canal. And next thing is the femoral vein. Okay, femoral vein. Above the inguinal ligament, it is termed as external iliac vein. Okay, external iliac vein. External iliac vein, when it enters the thigh region, it is called as femoral vein. Femoral vein in the base of the femoral triangle, it is medial to femoral artery. It is medial to femoral artery. When it runs downwards and reach the apex region, it is posteromedial. Okay, posteromedial to artery, femoral artery, posteromedial to femoral artery. Okay, like this. If you consider this as a femoral artery, and when it reach the apex, femoral vein is like this. Okay, this dotted line represents the posterior aspect. Okay, so this is the femoral artery, this is femoral vein. It is femoral vein lies posteromedial to femoral artery when it reaches the apex region. Okay, and next thing is the lymph nodes, deep inguinal lymph nodes. This deep inguinal lymph nodes are most medial. Okay, it is medial to femoral vein here. Here you can see deep inguinal lymph nodes. Superficial inguinal lymph nodes drain the lymph into the deep inguinal lymph nodes, and this deep inguinal lymph nodes drain the lymph into the external iliac nodes like this. Okay, external iliac nodes that is present along the external iliac vessels. Okay, and next thing is the femoral branch of genitofemoral nerve. Okay, it is just anterior to this femoral artery. It is just anterior to the femoral artery. Okay, just anterior to the femoral artery and enters the thigh region. Okay, that's all about the contents of the femoral triangle. And next thing you want to know that is these femoral artery and femoral vessels and the deep inguinal nodes are surrounded by the femoral sheath. Surrounded by the femoral sheath. Okay. Surrounded by the femoral sheath. Okay. For understanding femoral sheath, I made this model. This is the femoral sheath. This is the femoral sheath that enclosing the femoral vein and femoral artery. That enclosing the femoral vein and femoral artery. Okay. This is the femoral vein and this is femoral artery. Just anterior to femoral artery, we can see this. This is femoral branch of genitofemoral nerve. Okay. Okay. When you see it in this view, we can see compartments that are, this is the medial compartment and this is intermediate compartment and this is lateral compartment. Okay. This is the medial side and this is lateral side. You can see this. This is medial compartment. Medial compartment is, most medial compartment is femoral canal. And this is the intermediate compartment. In intermediate compartment we can see femoral vein, and this is the lateral compartment. Okay, in lateral compartment we can see femoral artery, and just anterior to femoral artery we can see this femoral branch of genitofemoral nerve. Okay, these are the compartments, and in this femoral canal only we can see deep inguinal nodes. Deep inguinal nodes. Okay, deep inguinal nodes, and then this is fascia transversalis in the femoral sheath, anteriorly formed by the fascia transversalis, and in the posteriorly formed by fascia iliaca. Okay, fascia iliaca, and this is the lateral. Lateral is vertical and the medial is oblique. Medial is oblique. Okay, and this fascia transversalis extending from the abdominal wall. We already know that abdominal wall is formed by the skin. First layer is the skin, and deep to the skin we can see superficial fascia, and then external oblique muscle, internal oblique muscle, and then transverse abdominis muscle. Below to the transverse abdominis muscle only we can see fascia transversalis. Okay, so this is the extension of abdominal wall, fascia transversalis, and in the posterior we can see fascia iliaca. This is the deep fascia covering the iliacus muscle. Okay, and then in the anterior relation, femoral canal anterior relation is the inguinal ligament. Here you can see inguinal ligament, anterior relation inguinal ligament, and in the posterior we can see pectineus muscle. Pectineus muscle. Okay, pectineus muscle, and in the medial we can see lacunar ligament. Lacunar ligament. Okay, lacunar ligament is nothing but here inguinal ligament. This inguinal ligament continued here as lacunar ligament. Okay, lacunar ligament here, and the pectineus muscle posteriorly, anteriorly inguinal ligament, and in the lateral we can see septum. Okay, these are the relations of the femoral canal. Okay, that's all about the femoral sheath. You only remember that fascia transversalis anteriorly formed by the femoral sheath is anteriorly formed by the fascia transversalis, and posteriorly formed by the fascia iliaca. Okay. Okay, femoral canal relations are anteriorly inguinal ligament, posteriorly pectineus muscle, medially lacunar ligament, and laterally septum. Okay, and femoral sheath posteriorly formed by the fascia iliacus and anteriorly formed by the fascia transversalis. Okay, that's all about this femoral triangle. This question is very important in lower limb. Okay, if you have any doubt, you ask in the comment section, comment box. Subscribe our channel and motivate us. Like and share our videos. Okay, thank you everyone.